are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Is Cardi B and Partisan Fontaine teaming up against Megan? Fans are on social media saying that Cardi B is scared of Megan, and that's why she hasn't really responded to Megan's disses to her flop single, Whenever. But that is not the case. I'm hearing that Cardi B will respond to Megan Thee Stallion with the help of Partisan Fontaine when her album drops, which is probably coming out in 2029. So, whenever that come out, she will respond to Megan. She also will respond to Bia. Remember Bia? She put out that diss track last year. So, Cardi B is coming for Bia because, Bia did that while she was pregnant. She also will be sneak dissing JT. She coming for all the girls, I'm hearing. Okay, anybody that has dissed her, she coming. Partisan Fontaine has, some diss tracks that he wrote for Cardi B. But the thing is, though, Partisan Fontaine, I really don't feel like he got anything to really go at Meg. Some of y'all were saying, oh, he got stuff in the stash. Yeah, okay. Didn't he release his own diss track, which flopped? It was called The Person. And he already exposed everything about Meg in that record. So I don't really feel like he gonna be much help to Cardi B, in my opinion. Okay? He said in that record that Megan got lipo. That doesn't really help. Because people don't really believe that Megan got lipo because they feel like she always had a nice body. He said that Meg slept with her producer. Everybody knows that Meg likes to have sex. I don't know if that's really a diss. Then he also said that she was a nasty person. Okay, that she didn't have a soul. I mean, he already said everything he could have possibly said in that record. And then on top of that, Nicki Minaj also dissed Megan. She said that Megan slept with her mom's boyfriend, okay, which is her manager, T. Ferris. Nobody cared. Then, she said that, Megan lied on her dead mama, which was true. People felt like, Nicki Minaj took it too far, and that's why Doja unfollowed Nicki Minaj on social media. So I just feel like it ain't even gonna hit like that because Megan got the sympathy train behind her. I feel like no matter who goes up against Meg, because she got shot in the foot, people are going to sympathize with her. So I feel as though I don't even know if Cardi B could really say anything about Megan that's really going to gag the girls. Is it going to gag the live? Like, she got to really go below the belt. She really got to go to hell like Kendrick Lamar did with Champagne Thickums. But I feel like Nicki Minaj already took it there. Nicki Minaj already took it to hell. Where is Cardi B going to go? I don't feel like she really can say anything about Megan's looks. Because Megan is better looking than Cardi B. What can she really say? She can call Megan a hoe, but Cardi B had sex while she was pregnant with another man's baby. I mean, that's whole behavior too. She was a stripper. So I don't know. It's like Tweedledee and Tweedledum going back and forth. I don't know if it's really going to be as entertaining. Because Meg got the sympathy train. Cardi B going to need help to get tea, and the tea gonna be stale. Now, unfortunately, Doja Cat's collaboration with Don Toliver for the F1 movie is flopping on the charts. Lose My Mind by Doja Cat failed to debut on Paolify Global, on Paolify US, and it also didn't enter the top 200 on Apple Music US or iTunes US. Nearly 24 hours after the release, the official video has yet to surpass 400,000 views. Wow. Now, because Doja Cat only did 200,000 streams the first full day of the song with Don Toliver dropping, I think it's called Lost My Mind, she decided to go off. She said the streams of a song isn't an indicative of the quality or effort put into it. If you disagree with this, you could be having an episode and should seek love from the outside. Go for a run. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself in the safety of your mind, if you are proud of the person or even like who you see. Next, do not punish yourself. Do not sabotage. Rather, take it as an opportunity to become an even better version of who you once were. Look at it at the beginning of the fulfilling life. You deserve an adventure. You deserve to feel like the sun on your skin. Don't trade that for being on this app with blinds drawn. You deserve more. Now, this to me is a flop indicator. You know how a lot of people have been talking about recession indicators. This is a flop indicator. Of course, Doja Cat now wants to speak out now that she's flopping on the charts. She did that a few weeks ago, I believe, when Ebro called her out. That's what it's given. It's given that she knows that she's flopping, and now she wants to speak out. When she was winning, she was emotionally quiet about her streams. Now, moving on from that, it has been announced that Doja Cat and Tyler will host the Met Gala after party together. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm here for it. I feel as though I would like a collaboration between these two. I think that would be fire. A collaboration between Tyler and Doja Cat, that's going to set it off, okay? I think that collaboration probably would have done better than the Don Toliver collaboration. But the problem is that Doja Cat is making the wrong kind of pop music. But I'm here for them performing together. I think that, Tyler, she's going to kill her Met Gala look. I didn't like her look last year, but I think she's going to kill it this year. And Doja Cat, I think she's going to look a mess at the Met Gala like she did last year. Okay, with Lizzo's t-shirt on, I think she's going to look a hot-ass mess. Now, moving on from that, unfortunately, Megan Thee Stallion's Whenever has now exited the top 200 on U.S. Apple Music. This song is no longer currently charting in the top 200 of any major U.S. streaming platforms, okay? So it looks like Megan Thee Stallion is having a hard time. Too bad she spent so much money on the music video. Hopefully she can recoup something. But I think with Megan Thee Stallion, maybe she should go on a hiatus. I think that might be a good idea to have the fans miss you. I think she drops too much too. She oversaturates the market because she dropped like 2 albums last year. Okay, so maybe she should go on a hiatus and, come back with some better music. I mean, that's all she really can do. I also, like I said before, fire Doodle on the beat. Doodle on the beat is your enemy. He is not your friend. He is setting you up, okay? So fire Doodle on the beat, get some new producers, go on hiatus, and, maybe get a writer. You can get, like, a writer to write you some good music, like how your mom used to write for you. That might also be a good idea. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to No Spice and Riot. So Icespxce popped out with her boo, her new man. His name is Sauce Gardner. And he and Icespxce have been dating for a few months after she broke up with Riot. She used to date Riot, her producer. They broke up. They had a falling out after Icespxce basically ruined her own career by going up against Nicki Minaj and also getting thrown under the bus by Stormi and Cleopatra, which made her album flop. Okay, I think she put out, what was the name of the album? Y2K. That album was kind of trash for a debut album. But anyway, Riot allegedly wants to work with other female rappers. Okay, now, it might look disloyal, but, they're no longer united. Okay, they have split up. They do have a lot of songs in the stash. She still might use them, but I'm hearing that Riot wants to work with like Cardi B, Scratch Off. I don't think Nicki Minaj is ever going to want to work with Riot, but you never know. But at the end of the day, he's annoyed that, she's coming out with this man, Sauce Gardner, who is an NFL player from the New York Jets. He plays for the Jets. And, she barely would claim him. She didn't really post him like that. She got this man in her pinned pictures on Instagram. In her most recent pinned pictures, here is Sauce Gardner. Yeah, she got other pictures too, but she didn't really claim No shade. She did not claim Riot like that. It seemed like she claiming this man by making him the pin picture on her most recent Instagram. And so I'm hearing Riot is going to be trying to work with other female rappers. Now, I think he should work with Scratch Off. That might be a good look and cause a lot of controversy. Cardi B is trash. Even if they did work together, I don't think it's really going to help her career. I think it would give Scratch Off some momentum because Icespxce and Scratch Off have beef. Maybe he can work with Coinfish. I can't really see him working with Megan Thee Stallion, but maybe he would give her a free beat. But, he was sleeping with Icespxce, so that's why she got all them damn free beats. Let's be very clear. Now, a lot of people are wondering, will Icespxce make a comeback? Fans are talking about how her career ended. She was supposed to be the princess. Everybody wants to know what went wrong. Well, I just said it. She got exposed by Baby Stormy for going up against Nicki Minaj. Okay, she basically used Nicki to pin her to the barbs to get their support. Once Nicki Minaj made it evident that she did not mess with Icespxce, the barbs withdrew support and Icespxce started flopping. Then she turned the general public off when she would not buy Cleopatra a chicken sandwich or a chicken salad. Okay? When she didn't do that and Cleopatra threw her under the bus, that put the nail in the coffin for her career. So I think with Icespxce, she got to do a complete career revamp. Okay? And I think that she needs to stop trying to sell her body and try to sell her talent, which she don't really have talent. So she has no choice but to sell her body. Now, the girls are secretly fighting. Brooklyn, who used to date Champagne Thickums, she is Scratch Off's sister, seemingly disses Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, she posted on her Instagram story quoting Bigfoot. She reposted somebody saying Babby, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot, which is from Nicki Minaj's diss track to Megan Thee Stallion called Bigfoot. Okay, and then also fans noticed that Scratch Off posted on Snapchat after Megan headlined Coachella, which was like 2 weeks ago. She posted LATT0 was a moment, okay, because everybody was talking about Megan's performance at Coachella. Now, some fans were not too happy about this. They said she posted that after Megan performed. I didn't even know that. They've been having secret animosity towards Megan is from their own insecurities. Not Megan's fault you wasn't on the main stage. Yikes. And she went viral for 2 to 3 days straight. Okay, so people are saying that Scratch Off, when she performed at, I believe, Coachella in 2023, that was 2 years ago, she was not on the main stage. And didn't she Photoshop her crowd in the picture? Remember, she got caught Photoshopping the crowd. So Scratch Off does lie, no shade. But Meg lies too. But it seems as though Megan is beefing with everybody. Now, a lot of people believe that Megan has an issue with Scratch Off because she cool with Sexy Red. And Sexy Red has made it evident that maybe she don't really care for Megan like that because she was listening to Bigfoot and promoting Bigfoot, this song when it dropped. And, she cool with Nicki Minaj. But my whole thing is Sexy Red don't really be dissing Megan like that. Just because she like Bigfoot, that's not really a diss. The song was catchy, your feet is big, and you did lie on your dead mama. Okay? And it's really no shade. I don't really feel like Sexy Red liking Bigfoot is really shade towards Megan Thee Stallion. Look at Scratch Off's sister quoting Bigfoot. The girls secretly love Bigfoot, but they couldn't admit it because a lot of these female rappers view Nicki Minaj as competition. That's just the honest truth. But it also seems as though there's no such thing as female rap unity. Because it seems as though a lot of the girls, they secretly don't like each other. Cardi B and Megan don't like each other. Scratch Off and Meg allegedly don't like each other. Doja and Doja Cat don't like each other. A lot of these female rappers are fake. Now, moving on from that, Kung Fu Kenny's show in Arlington, Texas has broken the record for the highest grossing concert ever performed by a black male artist. He grossed $11.8 million for that show. He is also the first rapper in history to gross 10 plus million in a single show. Now, with that being said, the only black artist in history to gross over 10 million in a single show is Queen Bee, The Weeknd, Kung Fu Kenny, and SZA. And I love Kung Fu Kenny and SZA, but I feel like they shouldn't be on this list because it's not a solo tour, it's a joint tour. Okay, and I'm going to see them on tour, and I love Kung Fu Kenny and SZA, so it's not shade, but The Weeknd did that by himself, okay? Queen Bee did it by herself, so I feel like they shouldn't be in the same category as The Weeknd and Queen Bee, but at least everybody black is doing it, okay? So congratulations to these four icons. Not only that, the Grand National Tour has made over $42 million in revenue in only 4 shows. So Kendrick Lamar and SZA are in fact making history, so congratulations to them on that. Now, moving on from that, Benny Blanco reveals that Selena Gomez was extremely desperate for him and used to wait outside his house for 30 minutes. He said this in one of his recent interviews with Selena. She was right there. I actually watched it. He says, Selena's so insane. When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes early, and she would wait outside. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give Selena 20,000 lashings. One, you allow Benny to have an OnlyFans account and be subscribed to your old bestie, who you unfollow, but now he is publicly embarrassing you. And he's done this throughout their whole relationship, okay? I just feel as though, why would you be waiting outside 30 minutes before a date? Shouldn't a man be picking up you? Shouldn't they be waiting outside your house? You waiting outside his house, and he is ugly as hell. So I'm sorry, Selena. This just is another indicator that you don't have good judgment. I mean, and the fact that he's just putting you on blast like that, just embarrassing. And I watched the interview. He actually did say that. And she was like laughing and, holding her face like, girl, the public humiliation is never going to end until you drop this man. Okay? Not only that, as we know, they released their deluxe. I only listened to really one song. And that was the one with Gorilla Glue. It's called Cowboy. That's what the song is called. And I do like the song. It kind of reminds me of Fetish. If you guys know that song by Selena. But the point of the matter is, unfortunately, Gorilla Glue kind of ruined it. Good thing her verse is in the beginning and not the end of the song. I think they did that strategically. But Gorilla Glue ruined the song. She did not fit on the record. They should have gotten Doja or Doja Cat, like I said. So I'm going to have to give them another 20,000 lashes to Selena and Benny Blanco. But until Selena lets this man go, he's going to continue to embarrass her. Okay? Because this man is ugly as fuck. And he clearly has no class. So anyway, let me know how y'all feel about it. I got some hot tea on Patreon on Diddy, TD Jakes, Clown Ye West. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.